Brave Sun has officially arrived on Wartop. By the way, if you're wondering what the heck Brave Sun even is, Brave Sun is a 3D printable Starship miniatures game that we launched initially on Kickstarter, and then it really started to take off. We've sold lots of awesome files and everything, and we just ported that over essentially onto a virtual tabletop with Wartop. So if you've got friends that you want to play tabletop games with across the country or across the world or something, you've got Wartop. I'm about to show you this awesome new virtual tabletop. It runs much better, runs much smoother than Tabletop Simulator, and it's actually built in Unreal Engine 5, which is why the quality of the miniatures that you're going to see are tremendously better than what you'll see in Tabletop Simulator. Now keep in mind as we go through this, it's still in development, it's still being added to. The developers are very open to feedback. They've taken on actually a lot of my feedback very quickly and implemented it. Check this out, you guys. Brave Sun is now available in 3D on Wartop, a virtual tabletop arena game thing. It's new. It's cool. You have the ability now to use a fleet builder, and it'll actually keep track of the number of points that you have in your fleet. And they have a similar feature for other games and add-ons too. But let's say you wanted to build like I don't know, we'll just do a small fleet for right now, like 30 points. We'll just grab some ships, and then look, it doesn't let you add more after that. And then you just hit finalize, and then it's going to add them into the game. Put them over here. The reason they spawned over here is because I actually am set to this player right now. So they spawned over there. But what's really cool too is that if I was taking 3 raiders, I could actually choose to take them on a single base. Bam! Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And I'm going to do the first move of our little Brave Sun game here. And I'm going to move this guy, and it's actually custom coded into the game. The maneuver tracks in the move feature is custom coded into the game. So I chose a 4-inch maneuver track, and it's a normal move. Check this out. So we've got U-turning, so you could U-turn so that your ship is going to be facing the other way. You have the ability to do what's called a slide move, which is where you'd have the maneuver track next to the ship, so you don't have to move it like a huge amount because the ship's base is larger. So if I did a 2-inch slide, it would be something like this. Middle mouse click will move it from one side to another. So let's actually move this guy. We'll do a 4 this direction, 4, and then we can actually grab one of these shield tokens, drop it on the model, and it actually attaches to the model. So that token is automatically going to move around with the model. And if we ever want to remove that token, we can just click and drag it off. Pretty cool. And then we can check how close he is to this model. So I'm just going to hit M on the keyboard and just click and drag between the 2 bases and see 6.9 inches is the distance. So I don't have a disadvantage. If you're further away than 8 inches, then you have to take a minus. You have to take a disadvantage on your roll. So I'm gonna get my full 3 dice, hit R to roll them. I got a 6, a 5, and a 2. I feel like that's a pretty good roll. I do have to take a minus. I'm just gonna take it on the 2. So we got a 6 and a 5 versus a 5 and a 1. So that 5 cancels my 5, and he's gonna take 1 damage. So I just, boop, grab one of these, and I'm going to plop that onto the ship to show that it has 1 damage. Very cool, very easy to use. Oh, and then I'll of course just grab a firing token to show that this ship has fired from this arc right here. And then another cool feature is the activation feature. Now I could drop an activation token on this ship to show that it has activated, and that's fine and dandy. But what if instead I use the built-in activation feature? I just hit F and right click on these ships to show they have not activated yet. And it could be vice versa. You could use this to show the ships that have activated, but I kind of prefer for Brave Sun to use this to show the ships that have not activated, so you can see which ones are still kind of a threat, which ones could still shoot you or hit you or whatever. There's a bunch of awesome and fun features to explore. You have access to obviously the rules and the manual and everything. We've even included the solo rules, which are usually only part of an expansion for Brave Sun. We've decided to include them here. Like I said, the fleet builder, and with the Brave Sun expansion pack, you're actually getting access to 28 different ships. I'll show you real quick what they look like. Here's all the awesome ships that you get with the Brave Sun expansion for Wartop. Really, go try Wartop out. Like I said, the developers are very open to feedback, very open to what you have to say. So either you can let me know what your feedback is on the game, or you can let them know, and I'm sure they're going to be very receptive and very open to hear that feedback and continue to develop this platform into the best virtual tabletop for wargaming there is. But if you prefer to stick to 3D printing Brave Sun, we've got everything pre-supported, ready to print, and ready to play. Go to the link in the description, which is either going to take you to my My Mini Factory store, or we're actually building our own website and our own web store. One or the other will be in the description below, and I'll include a discount code for you as a YouTube viewer. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.